Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad having you here. I'm Isaac Atima, a revivalist and a business coach, as well as a leadership coach. All right. We are dealing with the 10 steps of wealth creation, and this is very, very sensitive because if you can get this is quite pivotal. If you can get these steps very clearly, you'll be on your way to wealth creation. You may not be there yet, but step by step, obeying these principles will get you there. All right, so we've treated the first step, which is decision, making a decision. The second step was also treated, which is mindset, getting the right mindset. And today we'll be talking about goal setting, goals. All right, so a goal is a desired result or outcome. This has to do with setting a definite goal, financial goal. Now, in your journey to wealth creation, the first thing is that you must decide to be wealthy, but then it doesn't stop there. The second thing is that you begin to transform your mind, okay? Your mindset is what determines the level of success you eventually have. So if you don't make that mental transition in your mind, um, I usually say you'll be belabored on your path to success, on your path to progress, because it's going to determine or place a different level of demand on your life, on your time, on your energy to create wealth. So if you have not made the transition of creating an abundance mindset, you are not going to be able to pay the price for wealth creation. Many people start their journey to wealth creation, but they stop because though they might have decided, but they've not yet changed their mind that I now want to think abundantly. Then next, you must have a definite goal. Please write it down. You must have a definite goal, a very clearly defined financial goal. And for me, um is best monetary, so I want to make 1,000 naira per day, 1,000 naira per month, 1,000 naira per year, whatever. I want to make 1 million, right? I want to make 10 million. I want to make 5 billion, whatever it is. So it must be a definite goal. So it says a goal is a desired result or outcome. Very important, very crucial. All right, there are three types of goals. You want to learn the three types of goal. The first is the process type of goal, the second is the performance type of goal, and the third is the outcome goals. So we have process goals. Process goals has to do with, okay, certain things you want to be doing like as a procedure. So I want to work out for 2 hours daily. Okay, so your goal is that process, being that eventually is likely to bring out an outcome. Okay, or I want to study 2 hours daily, or I want to market my product 2 hours daily. So it's more like a product process, having time, to it. The second is performance. Performance has to do with um performance has to do with maybe a standard. So I want to be very excellent, or I want to have a CGPA. I want to have a 3.5 CGPA in my course, in my academics, whatever. Okay, that's performance goal. Then the third is outcome goals. This is kind of what we're talking about here. So maybe you want to land a job, you want to make your first million. So it's more like an outcome. This is what I want to achieve. Okay. Now, why is goal setting important? You want to learn why goal setting is important in the first place. Because if we do not know the reason why it is important, we will be belabored when we are going the path of goal setting and all. So the first is direction. Goal setting gives direction. Please write it down. Direction. Once you set a goal, I want to make 1 million per month. Okay, you will now have a direction. Number two, goal setting gives determination. You'll be determined. By the time you have set it as a goal, you'll be determined, you'll be more inspired or motivated, right, to achieve it. Number three, goal setting gives definition. So you know what you are about. You know that you're not planning to get, like, it's not a goal for marriage, it's not a goal for sports or for your bodybuilding. It's about finance. So it's defined, it gives you a definition, right? Next is commitment. It helps your commitment. Once you set a goal, I want to make 2 million naira per month, 500K per month, It helps you to be committed to it. Next is focus. It helps you to be focused. Once you've set it, I want to make a 1 million naira per month, all kinds of distractions of trying to make 50K, trying to make 10 million, trying to make 1 billion, you just get to be focused so that you don't go for less or you don't go for more. If you understand what I mean. This is not to say that when you have set a particular goal, if any business opportunity comes around, you cannot maybe give it a try or give it an attention. Yes, you can if you need to, but there's a technique to it. The point is, your eye should be on the ball, that this is what you are about, and you don't get distracted by so many other things. Next is clarity. It makes it very clear. So these are the reasons for setting a goal. I want you to write your goal at the end or during this seminar. Okay, how to set up a financial goal. Now, many times, please pay attention, when people attend my seminars or I train them or I speak to them, I notice that not many people really know how to set up a financial goal, and that's why they are not even committed eventually. Okay, so it's important to know how to set up a financial goal. Number one, you want to define the fact that there are three kinds of goals, or you might want to call it short-term goals, mid-term goals, long-term goals. Now, for me, short-term goals majorly, it varies, but generally for short-term goals, for somebody that is starting, I just give the assumption that this training covers anybody, whether you are just starting out from nothing financially or you're already making it big in the business world. Either which ways, it will still cover. But then I'll just refer short-term goals to have to do with survival. So maybe somebody is starting out in life and he doesn't have food to eat, clothes to wear, where to live, where to stay, right? His first goal should be about survival, like getting food on my table, putting body and soul together. So for different people it varies. With the Nigerian economy, this video was shot somewhere after COVID-19, like years after COVID-19. So things are really not nice in Nigeria right now. It's different for different continents and countries, but generally there's this recession and tough times globally. But then you would want to think of something above 100,000 naira. If you're a single, right, in Nigeria, maybe you're talking about 100 to 300 to 400,000 naira. If you're a family member, a family person, you're talking about maybe 250 to 500K to 600K for the present economy. So it just varies. But we are talking about survival now. So how much the short-term goal is about what will give me food to eat, close to where, pay my utilities basically, and my upkeep. Mid-term goals now has to do with investment and businesses. So by the time you are setting your mid-term goals, so maybe my short-term goal is making 200K per month, then my mid-term goal might be making 5 million or 10 million per month. Then my long-term goal might be making 100 million per month. Whatever, it varies, right? It varies. Some people might have it as a billion naira per month, 2 billion per month, whatever. It varies. So um that's that. Then so I've addressed that, the short-term goals, long-term goals, and mid-term goals. So now, to set up your financial goal, starting with short-term goals. Number one, calculate all you need. Number one, we are talking about short-term goals right now, okay? In the world of short-term goals, number one, calculate all you need. So I want to set up my goal, my financial goal, short-term. The first thing is that I need to calculate all I need. What do I mean by that? All my groceries, all my upkeep, my daily needs, my feeding, my transportation, my bills, everything. I really need to factor everything out. Probably I'll be wearing clothes or changing clothes every 3 months, whatever it may be, or every month, however the case may be. So I want to factor all of that into my monthly income. For instance, if my house rent is 250,000, I would have to divide that 250,000 into 12 months, and that might bring me to maybe somewhere around 20 or 40,000 naira per month. So that now becomes my goal, my financial goal for my house rent. So every month I must put aside 40,000 naira. Then how much is my feeding? How much is my transportation? How much is my communication, like data and everything? So I calculate every penny This is very important. Every penny, so that I am very clear about what I'm doing and I know that I have a system of replenishing them. Next is factor in basic charity. So apart from my own upkeep, here and there, we live in a world of men. I might need to probably tip my the messenger at my office. I might need to maybe there's a neighbor around that I usually send on errands. I might not need to just sort him some little money. Maybe my parents, I need to give them some money. Then of course God, my tithe, my offerings, that's primary. There are amounts of money and resources that I would give. So your basic salary, then charity, you need to calculate it. People do not, we are usually very emotional and erratic when it comes to charity. We just feel as we are led or as we feel like doing it. No, it's good to have a plan for it. So you figure that in after your needs, then your basic charity, then your savings, how much you want to put aside per month. Factor that into your monthly income for your short-term goals. So probably you're trusting having plans for personal developments. There are courses you want to take, there are businesses you want to start up in the future, so you just want to put in savings, maybe for emergency funds and all. Calculate how much you want to put aside. Could be 10,000 naira, 50,000 naira, 100,000, whatever level you want to go, how far you want to go, right? So the fourth one, factor in personal development. So these are the amounts that you will calculate and sum them up, and you now know your financial goal. Please, as you're listening to this, you might want to pause this video right now and do the maths. Write down everything you need, and write down all your charity, write down your plans for savings, how much you want to be putting aside, then write down your plans for personal development, and sum everything up, right? So that it gives you an idea of how much you want to make. For instance, now probably everything I need might be 450,000 naira per month, but I now find out that I want to be saving. Maybe I have a plan to go into agriculture, and agriculture might cost me maybe there about 2 million naira to go into. I now want to be saving towards it, right? So it then means maybe I need to be making a 100,000 naira extra. So from 450, it takes me to 550,000 naira to save that 100k in order to start my agricultural business, maybe in 12 months time or in 2 years time, whatever it is. I'm just giving illustrations. So you really want to calculate all these things. So in addition to that 550 now that it is, I might now have charity. Maybe my younger brother is still in school. I send him 10k per week or 5k per week, and I have to calculate all of that. It translates to 40k. So I add that also. It now goes to 590,000 naira. So if I only calculated my needs, in fact, I might live in an illusion that all I need is 200,000 naira. And realistically, the burdens of life will show up during the month, and I'll not be able to keep up with this, and I'll lose my bearing. So it's important for you to calculate. This is how to calculate your goal. I hope it is very clear. All right, your midterm goal, just in case you have dealt with your sustenance, you are no more at the level where you're trying to, make things meet, you have a source of income already and you're doing very fine. And now you're just thinking of expansion and investment and all of that. So that's when we might now be talking about the midterm goal. Okay. Now, midterm goal, majorly you now, of course, you should have had a business idea or a business running already. So you want to calculate the running cost of your business. Okay, in brackets, take note of logistics, employees payment, and utilities. I just highlighted those a few things. Whenever we are planning and budgeting, there are some little things that we forget, and it's important. Some of those little things are the things that make the real difference. They are things that make the difference. So you want to calculate. Okay, maybe you're already into business, right? But you have two employees, maybe you have a secretary or whatever, you have a delivery agent, you have something. You want to calculate how much you spend on logistics, how much you spend on payment of employees. Of course, some of these things can be cut down, right? You should not just employ or overstaff your company or go too early into employment. I'm just saying. Then your utilities, you want to manage that and as well. So you want to calculate all of this in addition to your general learning cost, maybe the cost of your raw materials, the cost of your rentals, the cost of shipping and handling, and all of those kind of stuff. So you put all of this together, and it now defines your midterm goal. Are you following what I'm sharing? Then for long-term goal, it's similar, but maybe on a larger scale, right? It's similar to the midterm goal, but of course on a larger scale. Probably you're already going into international commerce and stuff like that, international business and all of that, exportation, importation, stuff like that. So either which ways, you should know that you have short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. I hope you're getting value from this. You want to write in the comment section, I'm getting value, I'm learning, I'm growing, my eyes is opened. I just want to get feedback from you. Okay, maybe you also want to write what level of goal you really have, or you could spread it across. Even if you're just starting, you could write your short-term goals, your long-term goals, your midterm goals. Short-term goals might be $1,000 per month. Okay, midterm goals might be, for those of us outside Nigeria, might be 10,000, $20,000, per month. Then long-term